Hey guys, in the past like 4.5 years basically that I've been playing Roblox, I've made a lot of places. So I have like several towers that I made. We're gonna be playing my oldest tower that I made April of 2020. That's when I created it. I actually updated it in 2020 because I wanted to change a couple things in the 7th month of 2020. I just changed a couple things and then made it like a little tiny bit more polished because I was gonna try to get into a game but it didn't get in. Transition. Made this like when the pandemic was starting to exist, just like kind of at the time of having to get quarantined when I was in like 5th grade. It's a really bad tower. Yeah, okay, so we start off with some pretty crappy hitter jumps. Then you have to do this tightrope that's pretty thin. I actually never beat this tower legitimately, by the way. So yeah, then we have some thin studs. So normally the Killbrick spinners are can collide false, so you go right through them, but that one is can collide true, so you actually can jump on it. Then you have some thin studs. Transition. Okay, that's floor 1. The music choices for this tower made like no sense. I just choose a bunch of completely random music without actually caring about how much it actually fit with the tower, and it did not fit at all. I think floor 1 music was Tower of Madness floor 1 music. I didn't know how to add the music, so I just asked my friend Rail to add the music for me. This is for my friend's game. Rail's Tower of Despair. Get our merch. Get our cards. Get our cards. Get our shirts, get our shorts, and least importantly, play the game. But that game got discontinued over a year ago. Transition. And then there's this like tightrope, and then we do these wraparounds, but you actually are just able to skip it super easy. Then we thin jumps. If you fall, you have to do that horrible thing, and then climb a mostly Killbrick ladder and do a ladder flake. It's really bad. Like, then you have to go like this. This is when I had an obsession with thin parts. I just love thin parts. I literally like spammed thin studs throughout this the entirety of this tower. Then we have to do these ice jumps. We have to like go into here. Then you have 25 seconds to do this, but this is... You do not need 25 seconds to do that. That is so easy. You can do that in like 2 seconds. And it's super ironic too because I call this Tower of Close Calls. Transition. Oh yeah, I actually did make a video of me playing this like long after I made it, but I made that video a long time ago. Then we have some loose platform wraps. Pretty easy for a REM tower. I feel like this tower is kind of inconsistent difficulty because you have all these really thin parts, then you have gameplay that's like easier like this. Yeah, this is definitely the best floor in the tower. After this floor, things just get a lot worse. I'm not saying this floor is good at all. I'm not saying the gameplay on this is like good, but it's still nonetheless way better than any other floor in the tower. I'd much rather play a tower that has gameplay like this than, you know, that of the other floors gameplay. I'm back, but back before all this gameplay was here, these actually just used to be like 0.5 stud wide platforms with like 11 stud gap, just like jumps like this, spammed all over the place. And then do some more thin studs. You know how I was back then. You have to do this curve. This used to be a dancing banana. Dancing banana is like a dead meme. I used to be obsessed with that meme when I was younger. To climb a really long ladder. I don't know why you have to climb a ladder so like horribly long. Like why? Like what's the point in that? This used to say made by Slime King, but then Rail was like, no, why would you put your... Why would you... This used to say made by Slime King. But yeah, I can't believe it actually said that. Yeah, okay, I don't know why, but this difficulty is like really inconsistent because, you know, sometimes you have to do these thin parts, REM gameplay, and then suddenly you have to do gameplay like this. Transition. Then you have to do these really far apart one stud platforms, but it's actually not that hard. I mean, if you made it up here, you'd probably be pretty stressed, so the stress would make it a lot easier to fail. A thin stud, like one of those or something. Thin studs. Then we have some of these. Little did I know, you can actually just go like this and then just skip this whole thing. So there's an entire large section you have to do, but you can just go like this and skip like 60% of the whole floor. But really what you're supposed to do is do all those and then get to here. This gameplay is really bad, by the way. Then we have a mirror section that was inspired by that one section in TOE. I don't know how TOE managed to actually inspire someone, because that's one of the most hated towers in the game. Well, I actually got removed like a while ago. Okay, so these are fall through when touched. Can those they switch, so you have to jump on the transition. Then you go up here, except this gets stuck for some reason. Oh, never mind. Then we have these eye-blinding, like, morpher jumps. These are not super pretty to look at. Then you have these one studs. Then we have tightrope spam on an outside section. How fun. To do more gameplay? Wow, who would have thought? I never would have thought that this is gameplay. What the heck? Transition. Now I have to do this Tower of Deep Darkness inspired maze. This part is still dark. Actually, this entire section was inspired by Tower of Deep Darkness. Believe it or not, I actually like Tower of Deep Darkness, even though a lot of people hate that tower. But it has a charm for me, and I like the atmosphere. And then we have this eye section. It's like... transition. Then, we get this push box. I'm not gonna do this, by the way, because this is just a massive pain. But you have to push the push box. If it touches one of those, it disappears, and you have to do it all over again. This part is really unfun, but you have to get it through all of this. I've never been able to do this, and I've tried. It's horrible. I don't know what I was thinking when I did this. And then, yeah, you do that. After you get that, you can go this way. Trust me and enjoy this epic ride. This was inspired by Tower of Peace. There's a section like this in Tower of Peace. And you need the button. Transition. Oh yeah, I called myself... Okay, I literally... This is so cringe. Look, I made this like almost 2 years ago, but I made this like 1.5 years ago, so just stop. But I promoted my YouTube channel in the last 4, and I called myself a developer for this fan game, when all I did was make a tower, and the tower didn't even like get confirmed in the game. Then you go to this outside section. Oh yeah, these raps are inspired by Tower of Screen Punching, last 4. Then you have to not get shoved off the tower, but I'm not gonna do that. This is a winner's lounge, and then we go up this tightrope and then beat the tower. But if you fail this tightrope, wait. Okay, hold on. Yeah, if you fail this tightrope, you just have to redo the whole tower. Transition. And then that's the tower. This is a really horrible tower, but it's my first tower, and I made it a long time ago. So I hope you enjoyed this video.